What if waving the wrong flag or standing in the wrong place could land you 10 years in prison? Well, that's exactly what Ottawa's new Combating Hate Act, Bill C-9, could make possible. On paper, it's about safety and protecting communities. In reality, it quietly expands how the government can police what you say and do. The first thing Bill C-9 targets is symbols. If you publicly display a swastika, a cesspolts, or a flag tied to a listed terrorist group, Hamas, ISIS, Proud Boys, you name it, and they decide you're promoting hatred, that's up to 2 years in prison. Sure, there are exceptions for things like history, journalism, education, or art, but who decides what's legitimate? It's still the government, through the prosecutors enforcing the law, drawing that line. Then comes intimidation. If you block or intimidate people trying to reach a synagogue, mosque, daycare, or community center, you can be charged. And if they indict you, that's up to 10 years in prison. They say it doesn't apply if you're only communicating or gathering information on a public issue. But again, do you really want the government judging your intent? Also, they don't mention churches once or Christianity once in this bill, yet hundreds of churches were burnt to the ground over the last few years. Now, Bill C-9 also removes an old safeguard. Hate propaganda charges used to require the Attorney General's sign-off, a check, a barrier. Now that step is gone. Police and prosecutors can move straight to charges under the criminal code. This will simplify and speed up prosecutions. In practice, it means fewer checks and more cases hitting the courts. And notice this law is written almost entirely for offline behavior. No Twitter, no Instagram, no Digital Safety Commission like Bill C-63, but that doesn't mean your online speech is safe. Because think about it. What's the real difference? If you wave a no-no flag at a rally, that's illegal under Bill C-9. If you post that same flag online, technically it isn't covered, but could it be? If they decide your post inspired something offline, then suddenly could your words be evidence in a hate case? Offline today, online tomorrow, that's how this creeps forward. That's the danger. These aren't safeguards. They're tools of control. They're weapons, loaded weapons. Maybe today they're pointed at Nazis and terrorists, but tomorrow they're pointed at you. So don't listen to the liberals when they say it won't affect peaceful protest. We've heard that before. During emergency powers, during COVID mandates, during censorship bills, every time they promise it's narrow and temporary, it grows. So let's be extra crystal clear. Bill C-9 isn't about hate. It's about control, deciding which ideas, which symbols, which protests are acceptable. You give them that power and you lose your freedom. Bill C-9 itself is the hate crime against free speech.